So today I'm gonna be giving you the steps on how to make over 6 figures as a new grad in physical therapy or occupational therapy. It's kind of similar. So here it is. Everyone complains about not getting paid enough. They say physical therapy doesn't pay, reimbursement is not good. And I agree with that. It's really not, especially if you're very just focused on being an outpatient or acute care. Acute care sometimes will pay a little bit more, depends on where you're at. But reimbursement is not that great. So if your niche or what you have a passion for is orthopedics and you want to be an outpatient, you cannot expect to make 6 figures. You can't unless you're a clinic manager, certain parts of California, certain parts of New York. You can't be expecting to make that much money. We go to school for a long time and we don't get paid that much. If your main goal is to make a decent amount of money as a physical therapist, you have to be willing to make the sacrifices needed. And that's what I'm going to talk about today. Because I hear so much people complain, but they don't take the steps, they don't take the actions necessary to be able to make that extra income. They don't go up and beyond, they don't work their ass off basically to be able to make that extra money. They go and settle for a salary job making anywhere from, I've heard as low as 65 in other states, but I'm California. But they settle for an $80,000 or $85,000 salary in California just because of the benefits that it has. The healthcare, the retirement fund, 401k, all these people that are graduating are in their 20s, some 30s, some that started late like myself, I'm in my 30s. And they're complaining about not getting paid enough and settling at these jobs for the benefits. Let me tell you like this, and I'm just gonna be raw with this because I hear it all the time. I'm involved with a lot of these Facebook groups, and I see it there all the time, just people complaining. If you are complaining about not making enough money, you have to be able to let the owner at the clinic know that you are willing to see more than 20 patients and you're gonna build accordingly to maximize the income for the clinic. Because you are no different than a shitty physical therapist. You're really not. It does not make a difference of the quality of physical therapy you give. It's sorry to say it, but it's not. You and a shitty physical therapist, sometimes a shitty physical therapist is getting paid more because he really doesn't care. Well, he's not getting paid more, but he's bringing the clinic more money because he's getting the patient in and out of there. When you're trying to maximize the hour that you have with the patient and you're only billing 3 units of Thera X and 1 neuromuscular education or manual therapy, you have to be billing accordingly. So you have to learn this on your own. A job is not going to hire you and train you on all these things. But if you go to a clinic and you let them know, when I get a Medicare eval, I'm going to get the evaluation and I'm going to be able to bill the patient for 3 units also, because I'm going to provide treatment. I'm going to provide value at the initial evaluation. Because evaluation is a non-time code. So it doesn't matter if you take 5 minutes or an hour for the evaluation. You're getting paid the same for the evaluation. So what I usually do, I'll get the patient in there if they haven't had any motor vehicle accidents, if they haven't had a serious fall, and if they don't have any like blood pressure and everything's pretty well. Sometimes I'll just get them started on the bike while I'm going over some questions. Nobody likes just to sit there and answer busting questions. They really don't. So I'll get them sitting down on the bike or something like that and have them talk. Get that heart rate up a little bit, cueing them on, things that I see that they need assistance with. And we're going through some evaluation questions at the same time. Having them go through some stretches, check the range of motion, check the objective, check the, if they're in there for the shoulder, check the range of motion, do some special tests, get a good subjective from the patient, how long has this been ongoing, if it's been ongoing for longer than a year, if it's acute or if it's chronic, if there was an injury, if there was, if they were in a car accident, if they have a history of surgeries, any other underlying conditions. I get all that information while they're moving. They're not just sitting there bored out their mind, so I'm having them move at the same time so we could be able to maximize the time that we have together. And the patients that I have love working with me because of that. They leave happy, requesting to only work with me. And as a business person, that's not a good thing because now they're having a hard time getting other patients in on my schedule because I already have my regulars. So you have to know what you're doing if you want to maximize your pay. Don't expect just because you have your doctorate degree to be able to make over 6 figures. It's not going to happen. It's not. We don't have a degree or a career that offers that money just like that. We really don't. So that's why I hate when people complain, oh, PAs are making this much, nurse practitioners are making this much, and we have the same amount of schooling. Change careers. Change careers if that's what, if that's what you're complaining about, change careers. You made a wrong decision. You didn't do enough research. You really didn't. You just chose the career path because you thought it was cool. You probably worked as an aide or you probably needed physical therapy one time and that's why you chose a career. So just stop complaining. Here's what you need to do if you really want to make money. You want to get multiple per diem jobs. You don't want to just be stuck at one job. You're not going to make that much money. So what I do here in California, I work in multiple per diem jobs and I get my own health care, get my own health insurance, pay about $3 something a month. And a lot of people are like, well, at my job, I'm only paying like $17. Yeah, you're paying $17, but you're only making $42 an hour. So it doesn't add up. It really doesn't. That $300 that I'm paying for health insurance, I'm making 4 hours doing home health. I'm making it 4 hours. So I'm paying for my month's health insurance in 4 hours. Yeah, it's that easy. Do you drive? Yes. Is it difficult? Yes. Do you get tired? Yes. But you're young, full of energy and hope. So just go out there and get it. Get multiple home health jobs. Get multiple per diem jobs. I work in acute care. I work in outpatient physical therapy. And I do home health. I get a little mixture of everything. And at the same time, I'm starting my clinic. So I'm promoting myself at the same time when I'm working around these areas. Hey, here's my business card. I'm starting a physical therapy clinic in Wasco. Hey, here's my business card. I'm starting a physical therapy clinic in Wasco. If you need it or if you know a family member that needs it, let them know. Give them my number. I'll be providing quality care. I'll be working more one-on-one. And I'm a small clinic, so I'm be doing almost everything hands-on. So you don't have to worry about a tech or someone doing all the work with you. I'm be the one there explaining everything. You got to sell yourself. Not just if you're starting your clinic, but you got to sell yourself as a PT. So stop complaining and get out there. It's easy to make over 6 figures. Do travel PT, OT, do travel or do home health. Or get multiple per diem jobs. They pay a lot better because they're not paying for your health insurance. And you have to clock in, clock out. You're not on salary. But you should be struggling right now. You should be. You just started. You just graduated. You're just starting your career. Everyone wants to settle at a good job already just because they get a lot of flexibility. That's the thing that a lot of people get stuck with, flexibility. And why do you need so much flexibility right now? You're so young, grind. And in 10 years, 15 years, when you're in your 40s, now look for a job with flexibility. Now look for a job that you want to settle and retire at. You're looking for a job to retire at in your 20s, in your 30s. That's why you're unhappy. That's why you're not making enough money. So get out there and get it. Hustle a little bit. And because the insurance companies are not going to reimburse more. They're really not. They're decreasing the reimbursements. So don't expect to get paid a pretty dollar in outpatient physical therapy or in acute care, because they're not paying them what you think they're paying them. So that's my 2 cents on how to make more money. If you need more tips on actually how to get it done or what questions to ask home health companies, let me know and I'll message you directly or I'll drop another video. All right, y'all have a good one. Get out there and get it.